guys, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight I'm going to do something I don't normally do, and that is revisit an old deck with Mono Black Aggro. So, it's such a huge response for this deck, and a lot of people wanted to see more of it. So I made a couple of mistakes whenever I did the original deck for deck tech for the video, and a lot of folks wanted to see more of it, quite frankly. First of all, I guess I only did 2 games whenever I did the original game. I sort of try to time my videos, so I didn't really take note that, in fact, I only played 2 games with it whenever I did it, and they wanted to see more gameplay with it. And the second thing people were more interested in was the sideboard, because this is a really budget paper deck. And I do genuinely own this deck in paper. This is the deck that I took last night to Friday Night Magic. Did pretty well, went 2-1, and ended up in second place. I ended up losing on the final round. So this deck is oodles of fun. It's really budget. I even had a young man who had contacted me. He was like, he's 11 years old, and he's like, I want to play this deck against my friends, but I don't have a ton of money. How much does it cost? Well, I ended up spending a couple of extra bucks to put the Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation full art lands in it, but you don't need to do that, and you can really get away with paying about $30 to $35 to build this deck. So at the request of you, the viewers, I am going to go ahead and revisit this deck and give you a lot more gameplay with it. So this one might run a little bit long, but if you haven't seen the original video, I will keep put a link in the description down below. And of course, if you like the channel, like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. So let's kind of go over. The deck hasn't changed at all from the first time that you saw it, as far as the main deck is concerned. 3 Disfigures going in there. This is mostly for removal. This gets a lot of creatures out of your way, and I like that it's at instant speed. I almost put Deadweight in its place, but I like the fact that it's an instant speed. Gutterbones. Fantastic little creature, great 1-drop, going in for the attack. Knight of the Ebon Legion, such a good card. I've had so much fun with him. He is a 1/2, and if you put 3 mana into him, he gets a +3/+3 and gains Death Touch until end of turn, which don't sneeze at that. That is really big. And at the beginning of your end step, if any player has lost more than 4 life, put a +1/+1 counter on him. Sanitarium Skeleton is there for recursion. A lot of this deck is for recursion because we're building a deck. Ooh, I should reach out for him. Hang on. Because I did not put this one in my deck. I hung on to this one. We're building this one, of course, off my boy, the Rotting Regisaur. It is a 7/6 for 3 mana. Has one gigantic downside, which is at the beginning of your upkeep, you have to discard a card. So that's a bit of a pain in the neck. So my solution to that was to build creatures into the deck that have recursion, that can come out of the graveyard. So even if I have to discard them, I can still get them back. So creatures like Gutterbones, for example, in Sanitarium Skeleton are there specifically for that reason. First of all, Sanitarium Skeleton's great. It is a 1/2 for 1 mana, great little blocker, and whenever it dies or is in your graveyard, you can spend 3 mana to put it back into your hand. So if Rotting Regisaur makes you discard it, you can still get them back. Spark Harvest is in there for the very same reason. For 1 mana, you can basically sacrifice a creature and kill any creature or planeswalker. That becomes super helpful. But in the late game, you don't have to do the sacrifice a creature part to that. You can just pay 5 mana and kill any planeswalker on the board. Fantastic. Eternal Taskmaster, in the event that you have some creatures like the Knight of the Ebon Legion, for example, or Rotting Regisaur, that don't recur, you can pull them back out of the graveyard whenever he attacks for paying 3 mana. Now, of course, you need some other forms of removal as well. We've got 4 Murders in here, great little card. We've already covered Rotting Regisaur. And then you have the great combo of the Flyers. These can be great endgame cards. So let's start with Old Smiley himself. That is the Spawn of Mayhem. 4 mana, 4/4 Flyer with Flying and Trample, but he has the Spectacle cost. So if you've done damage, any damage at all whatsoever, to your opponent, he can come in for 3 mana, which is fantastic. At the beginning of your upkeep, he always does the damage to both players, and if you're below 10, or 10 or below, he also gets a +1/+1 counter. There is a great combo that goes off with the Savage Gorger, who is a 1/1 for 3 that is flying, but at the beginning of your end step, if your opponent lost life this turn, from Spawn of Mayhem, it gets a +1/+1 counter. So these are how you answer some of those solutions, it is an aggro deck, so a lot of stuff happens in the beginning on the ground, but then you need something to go up and over their creatures, and these are your 2 to do it. And of course, it has 21 swamps. One of the other requests was, what sideboard do I run with this deck in paper? Mostly the decks that I'm concerned with are control decks, Teferi decks, and on occasion, you have those decks that are able to get out gigantic creatures like Carnage Tyrants on turn 3, things like that. Carnage Tyrants is probably a bad example for this one, but so how do you handle that? Well, first of all, against control decks, Duress. You want to be able to go and pull all those counter spells out of their hand. Easy card, and they reprinted it in M20, so yay, it's back. Noxious Grasp was in there for specifically for Teferi. I'm not gonna lie. Like Green Spice Walker, this actually works for Nissa too. So we do have a couple of guys that run that, and this one works out for 2 mana, Destroyer, gone, and you gain a life. So that's always awesome. Drillbit is also in there for the same reason that you have Duress. You most likely, this is a 1 mana discard. This is almost better than Thought Erasure in my opinion, because you can just take anything out of their hand. I love it. So between these two, this is kind of what you sideboard in when playing against control. What you remove against control are a lot of your, let's go back to the deck. You would remove anything that involves killing specifically creatures. So I would remove Murder, and I'd probably drop Disfigure to get those into the deck to play against any control decks, especially Teferi decks. Because they're not going to have a ton of creatures out there to really kind of worry about anyway, and your creatures are bigger than theirs, if you do get that far. So that's the other thing with the recurring creatures, is they run a lot of board wipes, Kaya's Wraths, things like that. Most of your creatures come back from that. It takes a little bit, but the most of them come back. Oh, you counter-spelled your Sanitarium Skeleton. Oh, darn. It goes to the graveyard, I pull it back out. So this actually really does play quite well against control. And then the last one, of course, is for the ones that run gigantic creatures, fast creatures. I put in 3 Nixilis Cruelty. You would use that to replace things with, you would replace Disfigure for that. So when you're sideboarding out, that's what I'm kind of going for. So that's it. That's the sideboard. That is the deck. You guys have seen it, and hopefully you like it. So I'm going to go ahead and get you guys some more gameplay in. So if you hadn't seen the deck before, this is probably where you can cut out. But if you do want to see some more gameplay with it, I'm going to try to run this for about 30 minutes for more. Try to get you about 4 or 5 games in to really see how well this deck plays. So let's go play some games. Mono Black Aggro with the Rotting Regisaur. Easily one of my favorite cards to come out of M20. It's so much fun. Leathery Stranger. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, none of my good 1-drops. None of my good 1-drops. I'm going to hang on to it, though. 2 Spawn of Mayhems with an aggro creature. Nothing to really be unhappy about. I've got all the Spark Harvests in the world. Oh, this is going to be vampires. I have a deck built around specifically that. So my hope is going to be that I can squeeze in and get some damage in and take out the Spawn of Mayhem here. Sure. My suspicion is he's going to let this go. Sure is. And let's get the old Spawn of Mayhem out. Look at all the card draw he's doing. Look at this. Me sees a Thought Erasure in my near future. So let's go ahead and get the other Spawn of Mayhem out. And the other Gutterbones. Let's just hit him with Spawn of Mayhem. Keep the blockers behind. This is going to get really irritating really quick, because unless he gets a flyer in the air, he's basically dead. Okay, that works. Vraskic's Contempt does mean that I cannot pull it back out of the graveyard. But we've got the Savage Gorger combo going. No, we're going to pull that back, pull that back. I have nothing from the graveyard I want to pull out with Taskmaster, so there's no reason to attack with it. And we'll end right there. Doom Whisperer. I've got an answer for you, my friend. So we are just going to go ahead with Spark Harvest and pay the full... We're not going to sacrifice. No, we're going to pay the whole part. And we're going to sacrifice and kill Doom Whisperer. And that's game right there. Not sure what the deck was going for. I thought it was vampires, and then I saw Doom Whisperer come out in blue, and I'm like, what the heck is this deck? So we shall continue on. I'm surprised. Doom Whisperer was a huge, huge part of the meta for such a long time, and then it just kind of went away? And I'm not sure why. It's a great card. It really is. 6/6 Flying Trample. I mean, you can't really beat it. Allows you to pay life for surveilling. This is a little bit more traditional. I wish I had a better... another 1-drop in here to kind of go off of Knight of the Ebon Legion. Because if they have a shock, he's usually shock bait. But let's see what happens. I mean, worst case scenario, I should be able to dump basically my entire hand. There we go, that's better. Yes, next turn I will be able to make him bigger and stronger. My opponent is contemplating his life choices. Tithe Taker. Interesting. I'm going to take a wild guess he wants no part of this. He's going to make me spend the mana, isn't he? My suspicion is he's going to let this go. Or not. It's really not that hard of a choice. Do you want Tithe Taker to stick around or not? Works for me. I assume he thinks that the 1/1 flyer is stronger. Because basically I think what I'm going to do... Yep, Knight of Autumn. This is a cool deck. So, let's go with... Yeah, let's just go in with him. Let's see what he does. Yep, so he's going to let that go. And now I've got a little 2/2 to block your 1/1 spirits. So ideally we'd want to see another mana so that I can drop Rotting Regisaur and the Sanitarium Skeleton at the same time. I mean, worst case scenario, I'd just drop the Rotting Regisaur at this point. Because I can bring Sanitarium Skeleton back. Disfigure works. Let's see what happens. So he's going to let that go. Interesting. Just drop Sanitarium Skeleton so that I have a blocker. Let's go ahead and kill one of those. And then we'll wait. He's going to try to swing in with that little 1/1, which I'll disfigure. Or I'll disfigure her more correctly. And then we're going to murder the Tithe Taker. And next turn we'll put Rotting Regisaur down and see what he's got. He can't, I was going to say, he can't let it hit it. It's going to get bigger. Okay. I'm actually kind of okay with that. Go ahead and for the one time that that's going to go through. No, I'll wait. Ixalan's binding my flyer. Interesting. You're gonna get run over. Oh, that was such a bad idea. No, I'll drop that because Spark Harvest is gonna win me the game right here. Because I'm gonna sacrifice a creature, punch you in the face with that. And then pull it back out. That's a win. It's a cool deck. It's a cool deck, but I don't know. I think he got Unbreakable Formation at the wrong time. I don't know why, because I don't know. I don't know if I'd have done that. Interesting game, interesting deck. More Mono Black Aggro. Like, honestly, whenever I'm not on camera and I'm not recording games, this is the deck that I normally play. Especially if you, hey, got black spells? No, this is the deck I'm going to play. Where are my 1-drops? I think I'm going to keep this. It's really slow. I'm going to... Oh, this might be the Archimedes deck. This is the High Alert deck. This is a little bit of a pain in the butt to go through. The upside is their walls do not have flying. Interesting. Running counters. Narset, I don't draw cards anyway. I don't want to pull the trigger on him yet, but I guess I've got to. I'm now bigger than all of the walls that are usually in this deck. I think I might kill... No, I'm going to save it for Shalai because he's going to cast her next. I was going to say, originally I was going to Spark Harvest Narset, but Shalai is the better choice. Sanitarium Skeleton. Gutterbones. Spark Harvest. Kill Shalai. Sacrifice that creature. And punch him in the face. And turn. He's gonna have problems here in a second. Shalai again. But he's got no creatures. He's going to have to block with that wall. I'll lose 1 Spawn of Mayhem for that. Oh, what do I want to do? Let's see how much he values Shalai for starters. I'm going to guess he values her quite greatly. And then we'll do the Spawn of Mayhem. So I have a whole bunch of creatures I can pull back out of my graveyard. Sure. Drop a land. Let's see how much he values Shalai. Because I'm going to punch her in the face, and then I'm going to go over and swing it here. Okay. Sure. And I'll cast it again. I'm not sure what he's going for in the copies here. Ah, there we go. He is down to 1 mana though. Hi kitty, how are you? Oh, you're not purple. I'm gonna be careful on how quickly I click these. I don't want to get a ban for that. So we're gonna drop him. We're gonna pull Sanitarium Skeleton back to our hand. And then we're gonna cast Sanitarium Skeleton. And then we're going to swing back and punch Shalai in the face. And 7 to him. Both of my little critters can block your little critters. Okay. Interesting. So he dived down 1 and didn't... I mean, I guess he did it just to create the token? Okay. You're going to Curious Obsession. That's another card that I'm really going to be excited rotates out, is Curious Obsession. I know it basically kills the mono blue... It basically kills mono blue is what it does. So we're just going to straight up pay for this. Let's kill Narset. Pay all the... Or no, I'm sorry, kill Shalai. She's going to die anyway today. Like, on the next attack, she's going to die. Because I'm just going to swing here. You have 1 blocker that could potentially do it. And she still gets trampled through. And she's still dead. Like, I think he could have equally gotten the same effect out of diving down the original creature that he had. Well, so now it's a turn to start actually swinging and attacking. So we're going to cast Savage Gorger. We're going to pull... I shouldn't have done that. That's okay. So now we're just going to swing. Sure. Interesting choice. So now I can kill your Siren Storm Tamer. I would have blocked everything. I don't know why he didn't do that. Probably because he didn't read the card. Oh, it's a common vampire. Nobody ever plays that card. It's not important. Haha. Totally on board with killing it. I assume you've got a dive down. Or not. Attacking would be foolish. Oh, look at that. Now he's got 5 in the air. And trample. Yep. I was going to say, even if you block him, the trample still kills you. Oh, burning all my wins for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to the event that starts tomorrow. So, like, you're actually going to see this recorded out of order. Sorry, spoiler alert, peek behind the curtain a little. But the event doesn't start until Sunday. I'm recording all my most of my videos on Saturday, but I didn't not want to participate in that event because there's, first of all, there's full art lands out of it. It's a free contest, and you have to use pre-con decks, so like you're not playing against top tier meta decks, you're playing against the 10 decks that they provided for each guild for the guild battles. So should be fun, and it's play until you win. That's a lot of murder. I mean, that's a lot of murder. I mean, I'll keep it. I mean, it's a lot of murder. There we go. Sanitarium Skeleton. Hello and good game. Steel Overseer. Ooh, I think I know what this deck does. I think this is a full-blown artifact deck. I had someone in our last draft 2 of these, and just built nothing but artifact creatures. He had Scuttlemutts in there and stuff. It was really a cool deck. Yep, he's just going to create artifact creatures. Come on. There we go. Well, let's get a whole bunch of murder out of your entire deck choice here, first of all. And we're going to hold. Because next thing we're going to do is murder Sai. Because that happens. Sure. So we're going to murder Sai now so that he can't do any more of that fun stuff. We get 1 more mana. The next turn is going to be pretty brutal. He's going to be so mad. Yes, I'd have another murder. You want to wonder why I keep 3 murder hands? This is why. Oh, your entire combo is built off of this 1 card? Cool. Let's kill Sai. So he's lost to... Oh yeah, so these are some of the artifact creatures that he would be putting in all these tokens on with Steel Overseer. Like, this is a cool deck idea. It really is. I'm going to give him full credit. It's really cool. Come on. Okay, so we've got mana. Let's go swinging for the fences here. And see what he actually blocks with. So we're going to swing here, here, and here. Interesting choice. Cool. I think I'm going to go for the... I'm going to go for the bump up here. Since he's not killing either one of these. And then just make them bigger and stronger. Come on. Come on. It's a cool deck idea. I like the idea of this. Ooh, Ugin. What's up, Ugin?
Every exploit ripples through time. Truth lies beyond.
Interesting choice. I would have gone the other way. So I'm going to have to swing full on this because I want him off the board. Lightning Strike. Okay. I'm still getting to Ugin. Oh, let's see what happens first. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. What's he block with? Sure. And I know we're going to lose one, but let's go ahead and drop a Rotting Regisaur. He's tapped down. There's not much he can do. Steel Overseer. Cool. Yeah, you see where this is going, right? Like, he just taps and untaps and continues to go through with this. Yeah, this is a cool combo. Because basically he taps this to put tokens on all of these. At the beginning of upkeep, he untaps this. Ugin keeps creating artifact creatures. This is a cool deck. Bane fired for 6. Oh darn, I guess it's too bad I've got another one in my hand. Yeah, it's got summoning sickness. So do I kill Ugin or do I kill the Steel Overseer? Decisions, decisions, decisions. I think I kill the Steel Overseer because that's really the crux of his decks right there. Sure, works for me.
Secrets manifest before you.
Yeah, getting that off the board was... Because what was going to happen is he was going to start... his artifact creatures were going to start getting way out of control super early. So, let's swing first and see what happens. I'm swinging for him. Oh, hi, kitty. How are you? I didn't even notice you purring over there. Works for me. And we'll get Spawn of Mayhem down. That's fine. Oh, no. Oh, I thought he countered it. No, it's going to hit the board. So he probably pulled a Lightning Strike for the Knight of the Ebon Legion.
Another begone, interloper.
Steel Overseer again. He really wants to get this combo off. I just need another murder. Spark Harvest. Either one of those will work. I can't let that go off. The murders. All the murder. All the murder. I'm good. Another mana would have been nice, but murder works too.
Ether itself serves me.
Yeah, that's getting annoying. It's such a good idea. There we go. Alright, let's see what he does. No, we're gonna attack first. And we're going to get Rotting Regisaur out. Another Chemical Insight, low counter spells on the deck. He's really looking for his... How many did we kill of his Steel Overseer? So there's going to be, what, 3 in the graveyard now? Yeah, 3. So with the exception of one more in his entire 34-card deck...
Truth lies beyond vision.
Yeah, see, that's where it works. That's where the combo comes in. So you start getting Steel Overseers out, you untap them, tap them, untap them, tap them. And then all the artifacts get really big. It's really a cool idea, I'm not going to lie. This is a cool, fun deck idea. Got a mountain. He's still digging for that Overseer. I think I'm going to hold on for one more, maybe one more Harvest or Spark Harvest or one more Murder. I think I've used all 4 of my murders. This is a... So now I'm down to Spark Harvest to hopefully get to it. Come on, give me something big in the air that I can actually start getting in there and punching him with. Come on, here we go. Hi, Kitty. I know, he's taking a long time, isn't he? Come on. Let's just see, what more do you want out of it? And let's go swinging for some fences, shall we? I assume he's going to block with his 2 Ugin Spirits so he can draw more cards. But he's not going to be able to sustain that. Because basically he gets one of those a turn. Yep, more draw. He's going to mill himself out is what's going to happen here. Trying to find that other Steel Overseer. Bet you it's on the bottom. It's the last card. Fountain of Renewal, that's a problem. We have to kind of push through all of that now. Oodles, this is a cool Tron deck. It's just nothing but artifacts. I need another threat on the ground. Because his ultimate... He's going to find that Steel Overlord if it kills him. And then he's going to discard half his deck. Oh, no, that's right. He has no... He can just keep the whole thing in his hand. This is an interesting deck. I just need one of my flyers. Just one flyer. Oh, there we go. Now we're going to start getting into some problems here. Why is he oopsing me? Oh, now the whole thing's going off. Still needs that Steel Overseer, otherwise they're just 1/1s and 2/2s.
I have faced worse than the likes of you.
Yep. Now we're in trouble.
Withstand a righteous heart.
Come on. Can I please have a turn now? He obviously did not get the Steel Overseer, by the way. Oh, now we can start getting cards out of the graveyard. What do we want? We definitely want Spawn of Mayhem. Nope. They don't have Trample. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're big and scary at 12/12, but my Sanitarium Skeleton can kill it. Ugh. Alright, I think we're losing the upper hand here. I think that was our last hope for at least attempting to get out of this, and so I am going to go ahead and concede, because I want to get you one more game in. And this one's going to take a while, so I think he's got that one. I mean, he's got more than enough now, even though it was funny as all get out to kill those Overseers and kind of break the entire combo of that deck. For whatever reason, we just weren't getting anything we needed. Like the Flyers, that's really what we needed. We needed something to go up and over the top, and we just never got it. But that's okay. It was a cool deck. It really was. So I think this will be the last one. We're sitting here around 40, 45 minutes. I hope if you like these long play ones, let me know in the comments down below. I've had a lot of people say that they play them while they're on the drive to the car, on the like drive into work kind of thing. Cool. Pay attention to the road, but cool. Oh, this will work. My opponent goes first. Come on. Anytime now. There we go. I'm going to keep this. And hope we're not playing mono red. Ooh, mono white life gain? Cool. This could be feather too. Not quite sure. No, this is definitely mono white life gain. No, I shall wait. My suspicion is he's going to swing in with the Pride Mate, which actually builds on to getting Spawn of Mayhem up, which will sort of semi-break Pride Mate's loop here. Oh, he's going to go for... Oh, look, he went with the different artwork. That's so cool. Nope. So I'm going to take a guess and say he's going to let that hit. Which is perfect, because now I can get Spawn of Mayhem down. Oh, not cool. Not cool. I can't complain. I love this deck. My suspicion he's got actually these. Or the other one where you gain life. It's the black version of the Johnny's Primate, except she flies. That would be my guess. I've got a hankering to build that deck, actually. Yeah, I need to put a blocker down, otherwise the Johnnies are going to run ramshock all over me. Oh. 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 Yeah. So I think that's game. Because there is not much I can do left after this. I'm not getting any of my removal, which is not helpful at all. No, there is nothing I can do here. I can most certainly at least block out here and attempt. And a Johnny's going to come down. And that is so good. So good. Alright, I'll take a good beating off of a black-white life gain deck. Aside from Kaya's Oath of Kaya, I'm curious as to what else was in there for black. Look, more Johnny's Bridemates. I built a deck just like this, by the way. We'll block here. We'll block here. But unfortunately, he's already got his own life gain engine sitting over there. And yeah, that is going to do it right there. We'll call that game. So I do hope you enjoyed the video. Gave you all of the nits and nitty-gritty gameplay on this one. Longer gameplay videos to get to see the play more often. I think we won a lot of the games that we played. You got to see the sideboard. I hope that is sufficient. The next video we're going to be seeing us play in this event that's going to let us get some collectible basic lands. I think that these are, I don't know if they're full art. I know the full art ones are at the green. Let's take a look at that real quick. For those of you that are interested, real quick. First of all, you get 1,000 XP for playing in the event. You should absolutely play in the event for a minimum of getting the 1,000 XP. But it looks like these are, like, they are old Ravnica lands that they're bringing in, which is really cool. And then, of course, if you get to your 6 wins, you get your full art forest. So I will definitely be participating in this event. That'll actually be the first video that you would have seen this, and happy Friday. In any case, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, always helps out the channel. There is a Patreon as well if you are so inclined. That is patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga. And until next video, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you.